It's very difficult to make films if you do not have insurance. I don't think we've really had a musical in a long time. And I think this will come as a refreshing change. There was no scope for playing to the gallery. There was no scope for histrionics. It had to be a very controlled, very kind of a held back performance.
Tell us about Taal. What does Taal mean to you as a film?
You know, most of the world believes that the universe started with the Big Bang Theory. And that is also in a way a Taal. And I think that Taal has continued right throughout existence. It's just that we're making a film called Taal. It's the line, if you have written on the poster, if you've seen on the posters, below Taal is written the beat of passion. And that's what it's all about. It's about, it's a love story, it's a love triangle. And it's about two people's Taal meeting.
Taal, does it mean like musically as in Taal or Taal of emotion, Taal of passion come together? What does Taal mean? Or is it just a musical sound to you?
Well, Taal is a musical. And not only does the film have a lot of songs, there are a lot of scenes that have been treated musically, which is quite unique. It's never happened before. So it's really, in a true sense, a musical. And the music is an integral part of the film. I think there's a great variety of music. Music for different tastes. There's a lot of Indian classical. There is a lot of Western beats. Songs, you know, which have Western beats. There's a symphony, you know, classical symphony. Then there's there's slow songs and there's fast songs, and there are a lot of music pieces, just music pieces which I described to you just earlier. So there's a whole variety, you know, which you rarely find in film albums.
How do you personally feel? Because everybody's saying this is going to be Subhash Ghai's best.
I personally think it's Subhash Ghai's best music. I personally think it's A.R. Rahman's best music. I've been a fan of his for a long time. I've listened to all his albums, and the albums he's done for film and the albums he's done purely for himself. And I've been a great fan of his, but I really think this is his best music. And Anand Bakshi's contribution is tremendous. The lyrics are beautiful. They're simple, but yet very beautiful.
And how is it to work with Mr. Subhash Ghai? Because he says he puts a lot of input and a lot of detailing into everything, like right from the characterization to the music. What do you think?
That's true. I mean, the whole world knows the kind of director he is. His success has been unprecedented. And I think the reason for that is, apart from knowing your job and being a good director, I think it's his personality, his just the way he is. He's such a good human being that, and he has grown. He's not remained static. He's not, you know, remained in some time warp in the 70s or 80s. He grows every day. He's learning and he's changing, and I think that's what allows him to be successful over a period of 2 decades and not just have a stint with success and then disappear.
Do you think you learned anything, you know, while making this movie and while working with Mr. Ghai personally?
I think you learn every day, every shot, every scene is a learning experience. And definitely when you work with people like not only Subhash Ghai, but even working with Anil Kapoor. I've worked with Aishwarya before. But even working with Anil, he's a lovely chap. Very fine actor, very fine human being. And yes, you get to learn a lot working with people like this, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've done one film with Aishwarya called Aab Laut Chale, and this is my second one with her. She's very beautiful, and from the outside, but also from the inside. She's a very nice person to work with. She's always smiling, always laughing, always cheerful, and I think she's grown to be a very fine actress.
Do you think this movie is going to prove her as an actress and not just a
No, I think she's proved I mean, I'm not particularly inclined to talk about my co-star's career, but I don't think there's any need to prove anything. I think she's done what she's had to do, and people have accepted her and loved her, and I think they will continue to. And yes, with Tal, she will definitely be appreciated and loved. She's done a wonderful job in the film.
Can you tell us a little about your character? What's your character's name and what kind of character?
I'm playing a character called Manav. He's quite a unique character. Very unique is the only word I can think of to describe him correctly. He's the son of a very rich man. But I think the beauty of this character is the way he thinks, the way he tackles his problems, the way he approaches life is not something that you see people doing on a day-to-day basis. You don't meet this kind of a person, and you don't even see him on screen. This kind of character has never even come on screen. It's not something you see usually, and yet something that you would aspire to be, something that you would like to be. There's a lot in that character which most people would say, hey, I wish I could be like that, I wish I could say that, I wish I could do that. So it's a very interesting character to play.
What would you say are the particular mannerisms of that character that you say that I'd like to do like that? What is it?
I'm not talking in terms of actual physical mannerisms, but in terms of what he says and when he says it, how he says it, his confidence in himself. There's a line in the film which is often repeated. It says, अगर मेरे दिल में ईश्वर है, सच्चाई है, तो ये होगा या ये नहीं होगा. So he's that kind of character. He's very confident about himself, what he thinks is right and wrong, and he brings about that in his life.
Would you say as a person you are anything close to Manav?
Well, I've been asked that question before, but I think, yeah, maybe a little bit, but not too much, a little bit. Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay, were you challenged to play a character like Manav? It's never...
Yeah, it was challenging in the sense that one had to be very restrained. There was no scope for playing to the gallery. There was no scope for histrionics. It had to be a very controlled, a very sober, very kind of held back performance, which is not easy. It's easy to do sometimes in a couple of scenes, where the scene itself helps you to be restrained. But even when a normal person would say react slightly differently, when you have to constantly throughout the film hold back and play the character like that, it is a challenge. And so let's see how it shaped up.
An actor who likes to experiment with different kind of roles, because you said this has never been done before, so you'd like to try on different things?
Well, as an actor, as a professional, I'm open to anything. Any character, any kind of film, as long as it excites me. But as an actor, one has to be offered those films to be able to do them. Unless I direct a film myself, or I make my own project. But at the moment, I'm more or less dependent on what is offered to me, and so I can pick and choose only from that. And that's what I do. But I'm open to doing a variety of things. In fact, I look forward to doing it in the future.
It's like Tal is a musical love story. Do you think it's a very new thing, because there haven't been very, very many musicals that have come out of musicals?
Yeah, I think all Hindi films are musicals, but I mean they all have music, they all have songs. But yeah, I think this will be in a way very different from. I don't think we've really had a musical in a long time, and I think this will come as a refreshing change. Especially since I mean it would have not been so exciting had the music not done well, but since there is a lot of appreciation and the music is selling very well. It's #1 everywhere. So that enhances the whole experience when you see the film.
Now being a musical, do you have a lot of music in your character? Do you have a lot to do with music in the film?
Oh no, not me in particular. Though I have lots of songs in the film, but Aishwarya is in the film from a music family. She is the daughter of a folk singer in a small little village in North India. And Anil Kapoor plays a head of a entertainment company, a music entertainment company. So both their characters have something to do with music. Mine doesn't particularly have anything to do with music, no.
Do you think the music and the screenplay and the script, everything has been very well woven together?
Yeah, I think it's a remarkably detailed script, and not as it's gone along. It was there right from the beginning. Even when I first heard the narration of the film, it was worked out to every last detail, and not everybody does that. You don't usually. We don't have the privilege of hearing or getting bound scripts so we can read them where every last detail is worked out. So it's nice to have that. It improves the performances of not only the actors but I think everybody involved with the film.
Again, there's also Loknath and Amish Puri. You had a lot of scenes with Amish Puri in the film, playing your father. So how was it to work with him?
Yeah, I've done another film with Amrish Puri, Doli Saja Ke Rakhna, and this is the second time working with him. He's such a warm person. He's such a lovely person to work with, and he's a great actor. Really, very, very good actor. And it's always a pleasure to work with him. It's always a pleasure to see him. It's always a pleasure to meet him and to hear him. And he's played my father in this film, and I think it's a very different kind of a father-son relationship which Subhashji has conceived. And I think people are going to enjoy that relationship. It's something different, very true to life, very real. And we've had great fun doing it.
Wow.
Akshay, this is the first Tal is the first insured movie. As an actor, what's your viewpoint on that?
I think it's a great step forward. I think it's a great achievement on the part of Mukta Arts to have shown the way. It had to happen sometime or the other. It's very difficult to make films if you do not have insurance, and it's a great relief to the industry that yes, at least one film has taken the step, and I think it's a very important step, and hats off to Mukta Arts and Subhash Ghai for achieving that. And I think it has set a standard which is bound to follow, is bound to be followed, and I think it's a fantastic thing. For me as an actor, it really does make that much of a difference. I think it makes a difference to the producer and to the entire production, because everything is insured. You know, if there's any unforeseen incident or accident, the insurance companies cover it. I don't know the details of the thing, but it's a wonderful thing. It's a great step for the entire industry. Thank you.
Just fine.